Today we're going to hit the street a little bit, just ride around Conkal, Cholul, just see what we can find, see what's in the area in terms of land that's for rent, not for rent, for sale, and just see what our options are a little bit. So I'm going to take y'all along. So far we've been discovering providers that we didn't know existed, and wow, there's a lot of these all over the place. So we're going to highlight some things that we go about, get an idea of what lots are going for, and just join us on the journey. Right now we're driving down some of these side roads. Sometimes the roads are dirt roads and then they turn into gravel roads like you see. One of the things that I learned while looking at rentals and placing people is they go up and down every single street without question to see what's out there. Now, this was a dirt road that turned into a gravel road. I wouldn't have normally came down the road, but and we already drove past some beautiful houses that was on this strip. I wouldn't have normally came down, but I would have missed a lot. So, matter of fact, this is about to turn into some dirt again, and we're gonna continue down this street. Because you have houses of all sizes, all shapes. You see something like that, and then all of a sudden you'll see this big old mansion of a house. It's kind of hard to judge. Don't know if I'm going to go down this dirt road. So I'm about to turn around. Well, I did decide to go down that dirt road. Not much out here, so I see a stop sign up here, so it looks like we'll be able to get out coming down this way. Alright, yep, so it's bringing us out to the main road. In Conkal, there's this one little strip, this little pocket. This is the pocket that we live in, where it's not so far deep into Conkal, and at the same time there's shops and stores close by that we can go to. And so we decided to start our search here in this little pocket because, like I say, it's close to everything. It's close to the town center, and we can hop on the petty ferry, go pretty quick from this area. So ideally, I need to probably go down. Ideally, we like to be near this pocket as close as possible. It'll just make our life much easier. And at the same time, while we want to kind of be off to ourselves, don't want to be all the way off to ourselves, still want some activity around us and people. So just kind of giving you our breakdown of our thought process. I'm gonna go down this street here. See what's up. I'm hoping ain't no one awake. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Find out if it is or not.
Go left or right. See what's going on. So unfortunately, you see a lot of this throughout the city. Ain't much on this strip, just a little cul-de-sac. Well, not a cul-de-sac, but you get my point. Turn around. Alright, so we ended up back on another side road. We ain't looking at a map right now, so we just turning and riding up each street that we see.
Just freestyling.
Just see what's out and about. Like they got something nice behind that wall. All right, so just turned down another road. Not a subdivision, but they got houses spread throughout. Not much developed on the right hand side. But then something like this here kind of break the way. Look like they got a little privacy here. They got their wall up, got a gate. I don't know what's back there, but you're not too off. You're not off by yourself. These are a little close together still. I think some other areas where houses are spaced further apart, but already got a road paved. Electricity's already out here, so it's not going to cost you a fortune.
Got solar panels right there.
Not going to cost you a fortune to get situated. Well, let me rephrase that. It'd be less expensive to start and put something out here. But now, as you get further down, you got houses on the right side. So, I don't know, an area like this probably ain't what we looking for. What do you think?
Actually, you go back to that first place that you just passed on the right with the gate in the entry. There's a lot of land right there, so that would give us a lot because at some point I would like to put some horses on the land, so that would be perfect. Huge pool, land, walkable land. You get the camera on my face.
You got the microphone in your hand.
I know.
Are you whispering?
I'm not whispering, but anyway, yeah. If you turn back around,
yeah. So another provider just pops up. So I don't know about this.
I don't think it's too bad. I just think something like with that land and that gate, that would be ideal to have. So
But
it
it'd
could
be
look
kinda
something
challenging
like
to
that.
Walk out of that gate with a horse gallivanting up this street.
Well, there's a guy that does it all the time. So what's the difference with Conkal? That man be walking his horse on the trails every day. Does he not?
Dirt roads out here in the country. Like a sign that say Fiesta right there, like they got a party going on. Private property. Alright. So, guess I'm gonna back up out of here. Alright, so as I told y'all yesterday in the video, a lot of stuff that we gonna be talking about and doing, plans gonna be changing a lot. And so just a moment ago, I was talking about just staying in that little pocket where we're at, so we can have a little bit more accessibility to things, particularly for the kids. But we just got through thinking, because they're going to be getting their driver license in the next few weeks, a couple of months. So a year or two out from now, they'll be driving. So guess what that means? That means we can explore out a little further. It doesn't have to be super convenient as it has been for the last 2 years when the girls were younger. They'll be driving. So if we live a little further out and live a little in an area where it's not so close to things, they can get in the car and go. They can drive and go to the store. So just casually talking and thinking things through a little bit better, more options have opened up for us in terms of where to go. Now here's that spot that I'm talking about right here. This, I hope I ain't go down the one. This camera around. There was a house. I didn't realize we were this close to it. There was a house here. Remind me to come back out and come over here. There's a house that we saw down this strip where it was designed horribly on the inside. But this is an ideal area, for me at least, in looking at is something, an area, a spot that I would love, because you got the house and you got a lot of space and they're not so close to each other. We're about to pull up on that house in a minute. Remember that house here?
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that house. That
This-
house was horrible.
The neighborhood was beautiful. Well, I wouldn't even call it a neighborhood per se.
Just a road with a lot of houses.
And see, that house is still for rent.
Yeah,
That house
I
was
didn't
for
want
rent.
that.
It was the house with the nice swivel door, all that space. When you first walk in, it was just designed oddly. But up the street, and like I said, there's a lot of big houses out here There's another house we looked at out here. I showed y'all. There was a cactus outside. Haley stuck her butt. The cactus stuck her in the butt. And so, but as you can see, there's a lot more stuff you can do out here. Like they getting this land ready. But as we go up, and I did a video on this area before. We drove around it at night. You kind of got a little bit of everything. You got everything out here. Houses of all sizes, and they're spaced out. And in the moment, we're gonna see that house where Haley stuck a cactus, and you'll remember the house. That house had a big lot.
It looked like a hotel.
Looked like a hotel. It was 3 rooms, I believe. I think it's gonna be coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. But yeah, this would be ideal.
But you see, you got all this space, land, all of that. I think it's on this strip.
It is, because we passed. It was it's coming up. Hold on.
Well, yeah, you got plenty of space.
Here.
Nah, that wasn't it. There was a cactus outside.
What was it? I think we turned right.
But you got all this space out here. See all that space, you're not squeezed in. I think it might have been down here. Look at that. So this is ideal. And they got a little hacienda. As you can see there, they got some beautiful houses here. Coming down some old dirt roads.
They're building a lot. You see the tractors.
Yeah, they doing some building. You see that tractor down there. We just drove past a sign that had some land for sale, so we're about to turn around and go grab that. Letting you look here, this is an ideal situation right here, like something out here like this. You see what I mean? You're not all the way by yourself. They got power lines all the way up here. So there's power already out here. Tap into that. And so this is here's the sign coming up. Bam.
That's way compared to where Angelina lived.
Alright, so more. Let's see what they renting here, just out of curiosity. I'm gonna have for some pictures just to see what they got. So we're probably gonna be doing a lot more house tours, going inside looking at houses as well, so we can get some ideas on what we want. And so it's gonna be a fun. Here we go, residential lots. That's for Privada, nothing to Privada. So those residential lots inside of Privada with amenities is what that is saying. Prices from 1 million pesos. Saying they finance, but like I say, when they do that, it's gonna be ridiculous. Their rates and fees. Let me go down this street. So this looks more like a strip, not ideal, but nonetheless, we're riding down the road. this side potentially, but most likely this side will eventually start to look like this side. Not as spacious as the other spots that we just came from. Even this don't look so bad because they're not so close, if you notice. That looks like a big boy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. What you reckoning?
I'm loving it. This is definitely ideal.
Notice some of the other houses, they like next right up on each other. These they got their wall, they got their gate out front, and there's a lot of space in between. What is that talking about? No services. I'm gonna figure, I guess, I don't know. That's when your Spanish ain't on point. You're gonna need some help.
Need a Google Translator.
So this is saying land for sale.
It's a big old house. I don't know right.
Now look how far that thing goes back.
Yeah, that's huge.
And then look at the front. That's what I'm talking about right here.
And it's all one level. Looks like one level, isn't it?
I need to find out. Y'all, I'm gonna pull up on that sign. Y'all tell me what that's talking about.
I'll take a picture.
More ideal setup. See all of that land, this wall, all wrapped up to this house here. Space. I think we are in,
Cholul.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm driving and flipping this camera at the same time. Oh, okay, this is where I have to come remind me to turn down this road. Oh. Yeah. I believe we pastry. Y'all know what this sign mean? I see these signs on people's houses. You got that?
Hold on, let me take a picture.
No agua. That's a beautiful house with a beautiful wall. I mean, trying to be stuck out in front of your full house with a camera in there.
Well, yeah.
Any of y'all could tell me what that sign is talking about, I'd appreciate it.
Lightning.
But that's on like those on individual people's properties.
Palace.
So I want to clarify, a lot of these houses that we're looking at, very beautiful. These are the vast majority of these homes that are occupied are local Mexicans or Mexicans from other parts of Mexico. A lot of people have this misconception that a lot of these well-to-do houses are occupied by other foreigners or Americans. Not true. You know what I mean? A lot of propaganda, misinformation being pushed in our country and in our media, making you believe that somehow Mexicans just ain't living well. Far from the truth. And foreigners here, I'm not gonna say foreigners, Americans, we're not that many. You know what I mean? Less than 1%. You know, so like, it look like somebody started on this. That's for sale. Let me back up a little bit. I don't know if that would be deep enough for what we talking about, but nonetheless, get the phone number.
Go back somewhere.
Either particularly talking about putting a casita there. Horses. I will throw some chickens in too.
That's some fresh eggs.
I'm gonna back up because we don't go past no street. We go down every turn. I don't know if anybody live there. They ain't cut their grass. Like they gonna be a couple of little mini neighborhoods, mini houses. This is nice. You know, it made me sad to think that them girls of mine gonna be driving themselves around town. A lot of the decisions that we made have been based around them and how young they are or were, and now they gonna be driving and doing what they like, going where they like. They growing up, y'all. My babies, it growing, made me sad.